one to enter the race. I met Staff Sergeant Dan Gilyeat, January '09. He introduced himself as candidate for Congress, 3rd District. Nice to meet you. This is our last candidate, Dan Gilyeat.
Thank you very much. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Dan Gilyeat. I was the Marine that got the Extreme Home Makeover from ABC. This is not the country that I wanted to, or was willing to give my life for. And with that said, I'm not done stop fighting for my country. That's why I got into this congressional race. Now, unlike all the other candidates, I'm not looking to advance in a political career. I'm looking at saving my country. All right? You want to send somebody to Washington that's going to have a spine, that's going to stand up for the American people? Send a Marine. I didn't come into this fight. You don't send a Marine into a fight unless you plan on winning. You want to stand up for some morals, some principles, and some values, put God back where he belongs? Send a Marine into Congress. Now, July 3rd was the day I was wounded in Iraq. July 3rd was the day that I was wounded in Iraq. We're launching some big things on July 3rd. I encourage all of you to go on political chips, go on my congressional website, go on the V4A. We have a series of freedom documents that are going to allow the American people to hold us accountable before we get to Washington, so that when we get to Washington, we can hold them accountable. Because that's what we need to do to fix what's broken in this country. Everybody swears an oath to defend that Constitution, but nobody's held accountable. And only your veteran is willing to give their life for the country and for the American people. This needs to get fixed first. We need to hold them accountable. We need to hold ourselves accountable. We need to hold them accountable. If you want higher taxes, do not vote for me. If you want a bigger government, do not vote for me. If you want anything to do with abortion, do not vote for me. Interstate tuition for illegal immigrants, anything that has to do with illegal immigrants other than following the law to a T, I don't want any part of. Do not vote for me. All right? We need to fix what's broken in this country before we can help anybody else in another country. Right now, our government is not focusing on jobs. We have families moving into garages and they can't afford to feed their families. And what are they doing? They're forcing higher taxes. They're trying to force cap and trade. They're forcing Obamacare. They can't possibly afford this. The country is going to collapse. And if you want any of these things, again, don't vote for me. You want somebody that's going to stand up, that's not going to buckle under pressure? I can't be bought, bullied, or persuaded. Send a Marine to Congress. Thank you.
All right, don't forget, vote in our straw poll. It'll be very interesting to see which one of these candidates comes out on top today. I haven't told all the candidates this yet, so if they're still here, they might want to listen. But the Olathe Republican Party is actually going to try to host a candidate forum for those 9 individuals sometime in July. And we'll get more information together as we get a date and a venue, just so you can hear a little more than 3 minutes from each candidate. And we thank you all for being here today very much. Now we do have one of our Olathe Republican representatives that came in a little bit later, Mike Kiergerl. Come on down and get your 2 minutes in first, sir. Yay! Yay, Molly!
Thank you very much. I'm sorry I'm late, but we had a parade in Edgerton this morning. And my temperamental 1929 Willis Whippet crapped out on me. So, anyway, I'm very pleased to see all of you. We have a great day today, and we're going to have a great election in the fall. I am running for my 4th and last term. I'm getting to be an old man, and 8 years in the legislature I think is enough. But I am so excited, and it's hard for a guy like me to get excited, believe me, when I think about the possibilities we have over the next 2 years. We're going to have a new governor, and Sam will be a terrific governor. And Jeff Collier will be a terrific lieutenant governor. So we are going to have some cooperation on the second floor for once. This is going to be entirely new for me, because for the last 6 years I've been suffering over Sibelius and that turncoat that's in there now. And we simply need to take this party back. We need to make sure that we accomplish what we can accomplish in the next 3 years, and I believe we have an opportunity with new secretaries of agencies, a new governor, and new administration, and hopefully more types of Republicans that are here today, because I also noticed that some of them are not. And I always say there's not much shame in being a Democrat, but pretending to be a Republican and voting with the Democrats all the time is shameful. And in the Johnson County delegation, we have about 5 of those usual suspects, and we've got to do something about that. So anyway, I look forward to serving 2 more years, and hopefully we're going to make a big difference, and we're going to do what needs to be done, and not pass tax increases when they're not necessary, and to become more conservative in the state. This is a conservative state, this is a Republican state, and we're going to claim it in the fall, and I think we're going to have a great election.